Please stand if you are able for the Ohio University ceremonial mace, which is carried by the chair of the Faculty Senate, Dr. Sarah Wyatt. The arrival of the mace marks the official opening of this Ohio University commencement ceremony. We ask that you remain standing for the procession of the platform party, the presentation of the colors, and the singing of our national anthem.
So let's get this party started. Good morning and welcome to Ohio University's commencement exercises. I am Cynthia Calhoun, and as a proud alumni and member of the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I am thrilled to be here today to celebrate this special occasion with all of you. I'd like to first extend a warm welcome to our incredible graduates and their loved ones. And today, we celebrate your hard work, your dedication, your perseverance, and we couldn't be more proud of all that you have accomplished. But before we, But before we kick off the festivities, we have a few special presentations. I am pleased to introduce the Army ROTC as they escort the presentation of the colors. And to honor our great country, we have the pleasure of listening or hearing the Ohio University Select Vocal Ensemble's rendition of the national anthem. So please, rise if you're able and join us as we celebrate this amazing moment in our graduates' lives.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
All right, everyone, let's get started. Please take your seats. My name is Hugh Sherman, and as the president of Ohio University, I am honored to welcome each and every one of you to today's commencement ceremony. So, who is excited to be here today? I think you can do a little better. Who's excited to be here today? That's great. This morning, we're here to celebrate the amazing accomplishments of our graduates and to recognize the hard work and dedication of our esteemed faculty and staff. But before we get too far in the festivities, I want to take a moment to recognize some special guests who are here today. These distinguished individuals are here to show their support for our graduates and to celebrate this special moment for us. Please join me in welcoming members of the Ohio University Board of Trustees, our academic and administrative officials, representatives of our university senates, and our esteemed student speaker, Sarah Ladapo, who is graduating today. And of course, our keynote speaker for this morning's commencement ceremony, Ohio University's very own Emmy Award-winning producer, David Collins. Please join me in welcoming them. I'd also like to take a moment to express our deep gratitude to those among us who have served or are currently serving our country. To all the graduates, who have entered the armed forces as officers, we commend you for your commitment to our nation and the completion of the Reserve Officer Training Corps program. We know that this is an honor not easily earned, and we are proud to have you among our ranks. And to those who have served our country before coming to Ohio University, we thank you for your bravery and selflessness in defending our freedoms. Finally, I'd like to extend a special thank you to all the veterans and current members of the armed forces who are here with us today. Your sacrifice and service to our country is immeasurable, and we are forever grateful. So if you are a veteran or current member of the armed forces, please stand if you're able and be recognized. All right, let's turn our attention back to you, the graduates. It's now your time to celebrate. You are the stars of today's show, the ones who have worked hard, persevered through tough times, and now finally you're ready to take on the world. You've spent countless hours hitting the books, conducting research, writing, maybe rewriting, and probably drinking more coffee than human should ever. You've also made lifelong friends, had experiences you will tell your grandchildren about someday, and maybe a few experiences that will stay between you and your friends. And today, your hard work led you to this momentous occasion. Today, we are celebrating not just your academic accomplishments, but your journey ahead. And now you will venture out into the world, and each of you will find your own path in our ever-changing world. As Bobcats, you have the skills and determination to tackle whatever challenges come your way. And as you continue down your own path in life, remember that you will forever have a home at Ohio University, and you will always be part of the Bobcat family. So go forth, graduates. The world is waiting for you to make your mark. And as you make your mark, please do so with kindness, grace, and a bit of passion. Congratulations. It is now my honor to introduce our first distinguished commencement speaker, Sarah Ladapo. Today, Sarah graduates from Ohio University with a bachelor's degree in philosophy and a minor in political science. Throughout her time here, she has demonstrated exceptional leadership and academic excellence and a strong commitment to social justice. She has served as a student trustee on the Ohio University Board of Trustees, a diversity and inclusion ambassador, and has been involved in various organizations such as the Students Defending Students, Student Senate, and the Ohio Fellows Program. Please join me in welcoming to the stage the Charles J. Ping Cutler Scholar, Sarah Ladipo.
Good morning. My fellow graduates of Ohio University, class of 2023, it's truly an indescribable honor to be present in this moment and to see each and every one of your faces out in the crowd. Today, we have gathered with distinguished faculty, family, and friends to marvel at this momentous occasion. Against all odds, we have triumphed. I am filled with overwhelming sense of pride for the hard work and dedication that has brought us all to this point. Today marks years of effort and perseverance in turbulent times. I'm immensely proud of all of you guys. I'm honored to be speaking before you today to provide a peek into my personal journey and to talk about the promising opportunities that await us fresh-faced graduates venturing out into the world. Let us take a moment to ponder upon the journey that has brought us here to this very point. As for me, my path to this moment has been nothing short of captivating. Recently, I just returned from a remarkable study abroad program that took me on an adventure across 4 diverse continents and 7 beautiful countries. It was giving Eat, Pray, Love vibes. I spent the entirety of my senior year exploring and learning. It was a transformative experience that gave me a renewed sense of purpose and a broader perspective on the world. To be completely honest, there is nowhere else I'd rather be than here right now with you all. As President Sherman already stated, my name is Sarah Oluwatoyosi Ladipo, and I'm a proud Ohioan, born and raised just 58 minutes away in Pickerington, Ohio. Growing up, I was raised by 2 Nigerian parents alongside my 3 older sisters, and it was my dream to come to Ohio University and to be accepted into the esteemed Cutler Scholars Program. This program has been much more than just a scholarship to me. It has provided an opportunity for intellectual curiosity, leadership, civic responsibility, and character development. Thanks to the Cutler Scholar Program, I was able to have a life-altering study abroad experience that forever impacted my life. I was fortunate to embark on an unforgettable adventure to places beyond my wildest dreams. From delighting in too many scoops of gelato in the historic city of Rome, Italy, to encountering a lioness and her cubs on a South African safari, which left me with a sense of fear that intensified the closer we drew. After undergoing the intense fear of hearing a deafening roar of a lioness and witnessing her approach menacingly to defend her cubs, delivering a speech in front of a massive crowd now seems like a breeze to me. Additionally, I had the honor of witnessing the extravagance of the Lunar New Year in the opulent country of Singapore, which exceeded my expectations even after watching Crazy Rich Asians. Finally, I had a surreal experience swimming in cenotes, which are freshwater sinkholes that are hundreds of feet down in the depths of the earth, filled with the bluest waters in Mérida, Mexico. Let me emphasize that my travels were not solely about breathtaking scenery or a near-death experience with a lioness. What truly made my experience abroad extraordinary were the people I had the privilege of meeting. Their work, bravery, and commitment to creating positive change in the world left me inspired for a lifetime. During my time in South Africa, I had the privilege of working with individuals who were dedicated to empowering young girls by providing them vital resources such as sanitary pads and educating them about menstrual health. While I was in Singapore, I had the pleasure to meet a remarkable who is devoted to advancing the global peacemaking landscape through her unique approach rooted in humanity and innovative negotiations. When I was in Mérida, Mexico, I learned the importance of harvesting Melipona honey from indigenous Mayan women. Their wisdom and expertise has allowed them to establish businesses that not only supports their families, but also provides precious resources to their community. These remarkable individuals are truly change makers whose impact transcends beyond their communities. It was an honor to witness firsthand how they are making a difference in the world. Despite the tireless efforts of these inspiring change makers to enact tangible change, there is still much to be done. Our world is confronting significant challenges, including lingering effects from the global pandemic, ongoing wars and conflicts, and social injustice. While the impact of these challenges have been far-reaching, affecting countless communities across the globe, we must not lose sight of the hope for a better future. We are that hope. It is up to each and every one of us to be agents of positive change and work towards creating a more just and equitable future. Allow me to take a moment to remind us all of the hope that our class alone can bring to the world, especially during these turbulent times. Over the past 4 years, we've been hit hard with challenges and changes that tested us to our very core. But we are still standing. We are still proudly here against the odds. We have the power to overcome any obstacle with our unyielding tenacity to stand for what's right and our limitless creativity to do what's never been done before. We have the power to make a difference. We cannot be complacent bystanders in the face of an unjust world, especially when we have the capability to enact positive change with our intelligence and our strength. We will charge forward with unwavering confidence and boldness to be the hope for this world that the world desperately needs. It's time to unleash our full potential and turn our collective dreams into tangible realities that transform lives and communities. Let's be the driving force behind a better world, one that's filled with hope, love, and equality for all. So, what's next for us? As for me, I'll be continuing my education here at Ohio University, pursuing my master's degree in War and Peace Studies to enhance my knowledge of conflict resolution, peacekeeping, and international relations. I believe we all are aware that time is precious, and we must act now to make a difference. My travels have exposed me to the stunning wonders of the world and amazing human beings, as well as the unfortunate presence of injustice and the physical destruction that poses a threat on our world. Catastrophic humanitarian and environmental issues continue to unfold before our very eyes, and that's why we must work with a sense of urgency and intentionality to create the change we require that will benefit our world and future generations. So I ask you again, what's next for us? Let us leave here today rejoicing and proclaiming the new hope we will be bringing to the world. Class of 2023, the world is eagerly awaiting the impact you'll make. Let us venture forth and create the change we wish to see on the world. Thank you very much.
You can see what an outstanding person she is. Thank you, Sarah. It's been a pleasure getting to know Sarah through the past couple years through her service at Ohio University. And congratulations on your graduation today. It's time for me to introduce to you this morning's keynote speaker. Having earned an impressive 8 Emmy Awards, he has produced countless hours of groundbreaking content over the past 25 years. He is the co-owner of Scout Productions and the creative force behind the cultural phenomenon Queer Eye. He is also the co-creator and executive producer of the critically acclaimed voguing competition show Legendary. But he is more than a producer. He's also been a passionate advocate for the LGBTQ+ community, recognized for his tireless efforts to promote equality and diversity in entertainment. His stories of success and perseverance will inspire you to push beyond your limits and chase your dreams. So please put your hands together and give a warm welcome to David Collins, a proud 1989 graduate of the Scripps College of Communications.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey! Oh, you! Yeah, there we go. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I'm here. It's happening. Whew. Thank you to the entire graduating staff. Thank you, thank you. The Board of Trustees, I want to find them all and look. Thank you for everything. President Sherman, for extending this invitation. It is an absolute honor. Thank you, parents, family, friends, all of you. And congratulations to the class of 2023. You did it! You experienced 4 years at Ohio University with memories that will never leave you. And I know, because they've never left me. I sat right over there 35 years ago in 1989. I think my biggest memory is my sophomore year for some reason. I had a super single at Bryan Hall. Not like a single where it was supposed to be two. It was a quad. And I ended up having a quad to myself. I had a kitchenette, a DJ booth, a queen-size bed, and a couch. I'm not kidding, just to myself. My posse and I would go down to Shively Hall and get our lunch or breakfast or dinner and come back at night and hang out, play records all night, do a lot of studying. And, oh my goodness. But those absolute friendships that happened during that time, you all found your place on the green. You forged friendships, you picked your degrees, you stayed up all night doing all-nighters, cramming for finals, and now you're sitting here filled with all kinds of emotions, all kinds of dreams, the feeling of taking on the world, the hope, the anticipation, the quest to make change, all of this coupled with your anxieties, all your worries, all your uncertainties, all your fears. And by the way, those are just the top line emotions. Then there's the feelings that run so much deeper, the desire to be known, the longing to be loved, to know love, to be seen, truly seen, and to see others as they truly are. We hold all of these values in our hearts because we are all human. You're probably imagining and sitting here right now and worrying about all that you might do in a lifetime, and guess what? It's absolutely normal. By the way, you're gonna walk out these doors today and the questions are, what are you gonna do? Do you got a job? Where are you going? What's happening? What are you gonna do after all this? And by the way, you should answer those with everything you have. Risk, fail, make crazy goals, find success, make money, create a thing, build a thing, shoot for the moon. The person you become depends on the choices you make along the way. It's the moments that define you. It's the moments when we let our gut instincts be our guide. So let me tell you about my moment that shaped what I've done and who I've become and what it means for me to be human. The year was 2002. I know most of you weren't even born yet, and if you were in diapers. It was post 9/11. The world had changed and would continue to change. I was flat, busted, broke, and all the work that I had done in my 20s hadn't gotten me there yet. And by the way, I did some great things. But one Sunday afternoon, everything changed. All right, it was South Boston, the gayborhood, if you will, in Boston. My partner and I and our best friends went to an open studio. It was an artist's loft thing on a Sunday afternoon, you know, where you walk in and there's wine and cheese and cool art and everyone's having a good time. As we came up into the room, there was this really awkward hush that started to happen because right in the middle of the room, this woman is berating her husband publicly. I mean, destroying him. Look at you, your hair, your shirt, your shoes. Look at your belt. Why can't you be like them? And there was an absolute silence. You could have heard a pin drop. By the way, there's a couple hundred people jammed in this place. She's destroying him. Out of the mirage from far of the room, 3 of the most unbelievably handsome, well-dressed, perfectly coiffed men came walking across the floor. They came faster and faster. They surrounded the man and they pushed the wife aside. And they said, no, ma'am, that is not what we do. And they started loving on him, fixing his hair and tucking in his shirt and shining his shoes and just giving him love, telling him, you got this, you got this. I don't know why, but I turned to my partner and without thinking, I said, did you see that? That was like Queer Eye for the straight guy. As the words came out of my mouth, my partner looked at me and was like, that's gonna be something. I don't know how, where, or whom, but it is gonna be something. By the way, I didn't really know what reality television was. I didn't know that that was a moment for me, being a vessel to turn some beautiful moment in front of me into something bigger. But I had the confidence to recognize that. And I promise you, you're gonna have that moment too, and you'll know it when you see it. And boy, was he right. My world skyrocketed. The show became the #1 hit on all of NBC. It defined an entire network called Bravo. I was traveling to 180 countries around the world. I was on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno twice. It was insane. And then, as if that wasn't enough, in 2004, I won an Emmy for Queer Eye and an Oscar for The Fog of War. I'm standing in the Vanity Fair party with an Oscar in my hand talking to Oprah freaking Winfrey. Right? Come on. And I'm a little farm boy from Cincinnati, Ohio, who managed to come to OU and find that. And then the killer. The next day, after the Vanity Fair party, I get a call from American Express. American Express says, hey, we want you to be our spokesperson, the Do You Know Me guy, next to Ellen DeGeneres and Jerry Seinfeld. I mean, come on. The next thing I knew, and it still gets me, I was standing in Times Square with a billboard the size of a building of my head. It was, bah! You're like, what is happening? I was doing everything I was supposed to do. I felt I had achieved the pinnacle of success. I was David Collins, freaking creator of Queer Eye, identified by what I had done, but not by who I am. Life is so much more than that, and I had done so many things and so much more than I created. But the hardest job that I had to learn was to be human. Not in part because life is complex and often at times with itself and juxtaposition. But for me, life changed in the Boston Gallery that day. And for the next 20 years, I saw how Queer Eye shaped television and culture. But more importantly, here's what I learned about being human. Confidence, I believe, is what breeds success. It's what I saw that day in Boston. It's what I learned here in Athens, Ohio, at Ohio University, and it's guided me all these years. Confidence is trusting your gut, trusting what you're great at. It's trusting what resonates in your soul. Some of that confidence comes from ourselves. Sometimes we need others to point it out to us, like a gaggle of fabulous gays. Sometimes confidence is as simple as tucking in your shirt and fixing your hair. And sometimes it takes years to sort out in therapy. But you will need confidence in whatever you do and for whoever you become. Yeah, therapy, lots and lots of therapy. Let's keep it real, people. Confidence, by the way, is not arrogance. Rather, it's the act of learning to trust yourself and the culmination of all your experiences. It is the act of knowing yourself. Then there's anxiety. The other side of the confidence coin. It's the fear that our future self won't be able to handle it. won't be able to handle our successes, our failures, the talk you feel ill-equipped to have with your teenage daughters about puberty, the idea of standing in front of your alma mater giving the graduation speech. It's that feeling that builds inside of us and tells us you can't do this. Just like that berating wife inside the gallery that day changed my life, anxiety can be one of our greatest teachers. It can propel us to strive for more, to work harder, to be better. Fear, after all, is a great motivator. But remember, your future self will be able to handle it because your current self already has. You're here today. You did it. You fell in love. You broke up. You pulled off the all-nighter writing the 20-page paper at Tony's, but you made it to this day. So listen to yourself. Trust the dance partners of your inner confidence, your inner anxiety. They both have something priceless to teach you. They're always with you, right? They're never gonna go away. They're fine-tuning you, shaping you, asking you to pay attention to who you truly are. Don't run from them. And I really am really serious about this. Learn to sit with them. Learn from them. What happens next will change the way you engage with others and really the rest of your life. When you learn to honor your own humanity, you'll be able to honor the humanity of those around you. So in close, I'm gonna ask you to do something with me, graduates. You ready? If you feel comfortable, would you stand, please, and grab the hand of the person next to you. I know, it's crazy. Grab the hand of the person next to you. Hold their hands. But know this. Know the person's hand who you're holding is different than you. And that's important. They might be male, female, trans. They may be gay, straight, or bi. They may be black, white, Latino, or Asian, Republican, Democrat, or independent, rich, poor, moderately incomed. No matter how different we think people are, we are all truly the same. We are all filled with confidence, and we are all filled with anxieties. We are just learning to be human together. So take a breath. Exhale. And remember this moment, standing here, holding the hand of your fellow graduates. And may you, the Ohio University graduating class of 2023, enjoy learning to be human, learning to trust yourself in all the good, in all the difficulty, with all of your confidence and all of your anxiety. When you learn to honor the hardest job you'll ever have is to be human, you'll be able to honor the hardest job that every person in this room has, is to be human. Meaning that none of you are alone in what's ahead. Rather, you're all going together. My beautiful Bobcats, congratulations, you got this. Now go slay the house, boots down. Thank you.
Thank you so much, David. As provost, I'm really glad to hear about all that time you spent studying.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Sayers, Executive Vice President and Provost of Ohio University. And it's my pleasure to recognize the outstanding faculty who have played a pivotal role in the success of our graduates. Each and every one of you has made an enormous impact on our students' lives, and we are truly grateful for your dedication to the success of the class of 2023. Through your hard work and your commitment, you have not only imparted knowledge, but also pushed the boundaries of what's possible. Your passion for your discipline and your unwavering support have been instrumental in helping our graduates reach this momentous milestone. We're grateful for your guidance, your mentorship, and your unwavering dedication to our students. Your contributions have created the unique and deep learning experience that our students have had and are celebrating here today, and has equipped our graduates with the skills and knowledge they need to truly make a difference in the world. On behalf of the university, I want to express our heartfelt thanks to each of you for your incredible hard work, your devotion, and for all of your teaching, research, and service. Your work is the very heart of the mission of Ohio University, and we could not be prouder that you have worked with us and all that you have accomplished. Thank you. Please join me in thanking our outstanding faculty. And now, graduates, as we prepare to confer your well-deserved degrees, let's take a moment to honor all of the people in your lives who have supported you throughout your educational journey. Whether in person or from afar, these individuals have played an important role in helping you achieve your academic goals, and for that, we need to thank them. So let's stand up and give a big round of applause to everyone in the audience and watching online who has been there for you every step of the way. Thank you. I'd now like to recognize the academic excellence of some of our outstanding students. These individuals have truly distinguished themselves through their dedication, hard work, and exceptional scholarship. So let's take a moment to congratulate those students who are graduating with honors. If you are graduating cum laude, please stand and let us recognize you. Woo! If you are graduating magna cum laude, please stand and receive our applause. And finally, if you are graduating summa cum laude, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. Graduates, families, and friends, now we ask you to stand if you are able to sing the Ohio University alma mater, led by our talented Ohio University Select Vocal Ensemble.
Alma mater, Ohio, alma mater, brave and fair. Alma mater, we hail thee, for we owe thy kindly care. Alma mater, Ohio, when we read thy story o'er, we revere thee and cheer thee as we sing thy praise once more.
I would ask those to be seated, but graduates, please remain standing. Graduates, now is the time you've been waiting for. It is time to confer degrees upon the class of 2023. Dr. Sherman, it is my great honor to present to you these students for the conferral of their degrees. These students have completed all of the requirements of their degree programs. I therefore have the honor of presenting them to you for the conferral of their degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degrees that your respective studies have merited with all the privileges and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Graduates, it is my honor to welcome you to the newest class of Ohio University alumni. You may now move your tassel from right to left. Please be seated. Following the conferral of your degrees, the 2023 commencement of Ohio University will be adjourned. But before you are called to the platform by your dean, I want you to know that before I became university president, I was the dean of the College of Business. At each commencement ceremony, the graduating students sat in their seats just like you are now and waited for their college to be called up by their dean. And when they heard their college announced, all the students from that college would cheer with pride and cheer loudly so that the people next to them had to cover their ears. And you may know that which college was always the most enthusiastic and the loudest? Of course, you guessed it was my college, the College of Business. So I am issuing you a challenge. Let's see what level of excitement and pride your college brings today, and let's see which dean can walk away with the bragging rights. Congratulations, graduates.
Graduates, family members, and friends, my name is Dr. Dave Wynn, and I'm very proud to now present to you the newest class of University College graduates. University College, let's make some noise, come forward and be recognized.
Jennifer Lee Watson.
Amanda Noel DeSecco.
Jamira Aisha Abdul-Haq.
Ryan Hoskins.
Sydney Elizabeth Parrott.
Haley Daniels.
Alexis Dahl.
Casey Taylor Branch.
Leah Taylor Mobley.
Ketanya Vanoy.
Darby Elaine Pritchard.
Aaron Thomas Diebel.
Brooklyn Lajah Stallworth.
Jefferson Allen Berryman.
Connor Matthew Sells.
Sophia Enos.
Mikaela Feliciano.
Rand Edward Pfeiffer.
Ethan Joshua Montgomery.
Michelle Grace Grubich.
Alec Eugene Burton.
O'Shane Allison.
Sophia Morgan Bailey.
Molly K. Hamilton.
Tyresha M. Santos.
Greg Allen Smith.
Good morning. We are so happy to have all of you with us on this very special day. I am Dr. Jackie Reese-Ulmer, and I am now honored to present to you these outstanding graduates of the College of Business. Let's show President Sherman that the College of Business is still the loudest and proudest. College of Business graduates, please come forward.
Morgan Nicole Collier.
Emily Madison Stout.
Lillian Bridget Demalia.
Ty Robert Ellenwood.
Keyshawn Anthony Long.
Christopher William Graziano.
Emery Michael Gallet.
Ru Wei Kai.
Peter Daughter Witch.
Daniel Jeffrey Graber.
Sean Patrick Corcoran.
Austin James Callens.
William Evan Pritchard.
Nathan Michael Steffes.
Christopher Connor Hayes.
Courtney Christine Zazrick.
Gina Capretti.
Kaylee Noel Simmons.
Cameron Rose Crawford.
Audrey Boyer.
Griffin Donnell Dade.
Dakota Richard Dement.
Dominic Joseph Bartolone.
Mackenzie Elizabeth Jennings.
Noah Thayer.
Matthew Joyce.
Matthew Howard Edwards.
John Roland Moore.
Nicholas Medeiros.
Mallory Rose Bendersky.
Grace Elizabeth Takovicz.
Caitlin Alexis Kirkendall.
Audrey Seacrest.
Brendan Daniel Peterson.
Elena Menardo.
Hannah Grace Lellis.
Madison Mueller.
Kaylee Lynn Kuhn.
Dana Shoulders.
Sally Catherine Smith.
Alexandra Bender.
Jillian Mormon.
Audrey Whitman.
Gracelyn Kaylin Smith.
Justin Charles Evans.
Gracie Marie Smith.
Michaela Ann Leach.
Kendall Ireland Fee.
Claire Sharon.
Patrick Curran.
Ian Norman Hinkinson.
Edmund Michelle.
Brendan Lee Robbins.
Zachary Thomas Hillard.
Garrett Timothy Stalker.
Joseph Patrick Smith.
Benjamin Michael Hipwell.
Emma Hembry.
Leanne Christine Clank.
Gianna Beavrek.
James Michael Fernandez.
Jacob Wyatt Boyer.
Zachary Channing Reed.
Matthew Myers.
Parker Nelson Boone.
Mason Alexander Boone.
Nathan Alexander Chappelle.
John Paul Drosch.
Charles Roger Massa.
Kyle Jacob Walzer.
Aaron Jacob Schmidt.
Garrett Wayne Monroe.
Colton Lunsford.
Thomas Michael Endress.
Riley Brennan Full.
John Heisman Gregory.
Sydney Jade Spencer.
Shannon Kathleen Reel.
Jacob Conrado Atienza.
Riley Gregory Carden Nicola.
Adam Gerald Cahoon. Kishan Maurice Lanier.
Maya Alexis Jones.
Sydney Monet Billy Granger.
Jalen Fawn Holloway.
Deja Monet Pulley.
Sayla Elise Lewis.
Gregory Blaine Ferlito.
Grant Crawford Yater.
Meredith Camacho.
Alec Brenton McClellan.
Joshua Caldwell McDaniel.
Benjamin Philip Roderick.
Sarah Michelle Stanton.
Molly Catherine Buck.
Isabella Kate Thompson.
Sophia Grace Chifo.
McKenna Marie Ellis.
Joseph Santino Schmock.
John Patrick Fenton.
Thomas Joseph Fenton.
Tyler Christopher Fasolati.
Adam Daniel Tucker.
Eric Robert Holshoe.
Michael Muha.
Patrick McDevitt McCarroll.
Nicholas Edward Lenhart.
Reese Ronald Gramke.
Riley Shannon Black.
Nova Lou Fitzmaurice.
Madison L. George.
Margaret Allison Hall.
Kylie Nicole Monter.
Andrea Denise Roeg.
Taylor Olivia Spence.
Lauren Ruth Bailey.
Gabriella Marie Tenello.
Ambria Nicole Delafave.
Krista Marie Blust.
Susan Hudapole.
Peyton Marie Winter.
Grace Gradina Wilsey.
Audrey Ray Zadella.
Catherine Elizabeth Zapatelli.
Bhavin Patel.
Samuel Patrick Kalick.
Justin Rabinskis.
Sarah Elizabeth Mullen.
Gabrielle Summer York.
Kaylee Myers.
Emma Marie Fortman.
Mackenzie Nicole Graw.
Mary Helen Brackett.
Jacob Varville.
Simon Christopher Lazeski.
Emma Grace Epstein.
Taylor Michelle Hall.
Tyler James Monk.
Grant Richard Burtkus.
Ethan Drew.
Michael Davidson Steffen.
Ryan Bellavia.
William Charles Hyde.
Antonio Vincent Thomas.
Matthew Robert Carroll.
Samuel Wallace Knox.
Luke Geisler.
Juliette Renee Callum.
Emily Rose Kernan.
Sophia Kushner.
Sebastian Lake Beal.
Cole Joseph Remlinger.
Cole Matthew Novak.
Zane Daniel Meyer.
Christopher Patrick Meyer.
Cameron Dean May. Jack Miller Noble.
Joshua Wolmendorf.
Courtney Cogdell.
Mary Rohr.
Ava Noel Morgenstern.
Tyler McKell Kale.
Kadisi Ray Dominic.
Jared Tyler Schmizzy.
Andrew Jeffrey Wells.
Andrew Hunter Sacca.
Ryan Francis Leonard.
Brendan Kalura.
Nicholas Erker.
Patrick William Roach.
Samuel Lloyd Turner. Stephanie Lynn Scala.
Francis Anita Cornett.
Wendison David King.
Philip M. Cole.
Christopher Jordan Harris.
Bryce Houston.
Nigel Mark Anthony St. Anthony Drummond.
Benjamin Jack Shank.
Sean M. Ambrose.
Colin Ray Foreman.
Jacob William Gardella.
Alexandra Jamie Perrin.
Marissa Cerrito.
Simmer Core Calcat.
Nicole Marie Sammons.
Benjamin Doctors.
Matthew Wayne Courtney.
Nicholas Franklin.
Matthew David Sanders.
Dylan Jeffrey Marsh.
Christopher Declan Skelly.
Braden Scott.
Justin Thomas Miller.
Abigail Lee Alfman.
Mia Lacey Sturts.
Anastasia Kiri.
Mitchell Joseph Enderly.
Caitlin Biskowski.
Samuel David Anderson.
Jacob Anderson.
Nicholas Robert Granada.
Andrew Jacob Klein.
Carson Matthew Mediate.
Kaylee Tatum Bolender.
Andrew T. Fink.
Nathan William Crawford.
Sean Patrick Martin.
Farhan Rafiq.
Kai Austin Bowman.
William Thomas Hannon.
Olivia Lauren Ray.
Robert Joseph Plummer.
Nick Andrew Rondon.
Cameron Orbeck.
James William Dodona.
Nicholas Alexander Popovich.
Spencer Ross Fry.
Nicholas Allen Streets.
Jack Anthony Smullen.
Jacob Paul Good.
Jonathan David Burnett.
Jack C. Triplett.
Riley Nicholas Hazen.
Zachary Lee Clemens.
Whitney Page Carg.
Mallory Lynn Rohrbach.
Emma Christine Bauer.
Alexandria Eleanor LaRich.
Claire M. Rainey.
Stephanie Lynn Gunther.
Abigail Myers. Brianne Elise Furness.
Charles Christopher Heidinger.
Charles Kenneth Wright.
Savannah Jesse Okray.
Hunter K. Henson.
Emily Drew Humphreys.
McKenna Lee Hale.
Carolyn Christine Tice.
Corey C. Giff.
Madeline Morell.
Austin James Wilson.
Joshua Dunard.
Alex Parfiatis.
Madison Elizabeth Rocco.
Bailey Marie Kane.
Molly O'Connor Roche.
Molly Michelle Dunham.
Keenan Swindles.
Jesse David Fira.
Nathan Thomas Ripley.
Kaylee Bretz.
Peyton Elizabeth Sensi.
Megan Elizabeth McCollum.
Milena Renee McCurry.
Madeline Elian Pinjelski.
Emily May Popovich.
Courtney Throckmorton.
Austin C. Hope.
Philip Albert Taylor.
Ainsley Stell Westbrook.
Adam Marks.
Daniel Stephen Coughlin.
Andrew Richard Meisbarger.
Anthony Joseph Garassi.
Sage Wiseman.
Michael Grugin.
Eamon Julius Horitz.
Nicholas Anthony Minotti.
William Grant Welchke.
Riley Harrison Bayes.
Brady Albert Vickerts.
John Preston Miller.
Jack Roman.
John Kenneth Taylor.
Ethan Braun.
Jacob Ryan Parker.
Cal Logan Walker.
Liam Ostrowski.
Camden Jeffrey Thomas.
Aiden Stewart.
Samuel Lincoln Thornton.
Connor Jacob Lubinsky.
Leo Alexander Hartman.
Brandon Schaefer.
Emma Marie Sluterbeck.
Taylor Ann Swain.
Ashley Bowler.
Molly Eileen Ryan.
Stephanie Rose Parrish.
Margaret Catherine Owen.
Cora Lynn Wolgamuth.
Madeline Grace Metzger.
Brittany Irina Chordney.
Angela Marie Coella.
Anne-Marie Jane Gribbons.
Nicole Grant.
Maria Nicole Enzo.
Sydney Brooke Kashmiri.
Julia Maddox.
Molly Bernard.
Gabriella Marie Bianco.
Shane Murta.
Catherine Winters Kelly.
Abigail Marie Feldner.
Grant Michael Gulskley.
Griffin Michael Davies.
James Tristan Vandenberg.
Samuel Thomas Carpenter.
Camden Gregory Andrews.
Colin Darrell King.
Sarvar Husanov.
Thomas Reed Worrell.
Benjamin John Fulkins.
William Luis Arroyo.
Anthony Michael Labote.
David Lefebvre Tucci.
Connor Matthew Bingle.
Justin Taylor Chipolone.
Joseph Nicholas O'Brien.
Sailor Evans.
Joseph Kinder.
Ryan Arthur Higginbotham.
Michael David Bodish.
Peyton Thomas Seitz.
Ali Aziz.
Benjamin Alexander Tice.
Sophia Grace Knoll.
Brooke Marie Hoffman.
Michelle Renee Lindeman.
Olivia Ann Theodore.
Julia Rose Pompanini.
Mallory McMillan Hurd.
Gideon DeWolf Beaver.
Haley Lauren Spear.
Anna Marie Tomaluso.
Catherine C. Bistransky.
Grace Catherine Vannon.
Justin Andrew Mox.
Paul O'Donnell.
Ben Edward Ballard.
May French.
Thomas B. Halstead.
Brandon Paul Williams.
Evan Jerome Kitterly.
Jacob Lovin.
Nicholas Duval Worthington.
Drew Kenneth Wagnold.
Andrew David Klutzinger.
Liam Andrew Baker.
Anthony Flickinger.
Grace Bobel.
John Andrew Treniff.
Peyton Lee Griffith.
William Michael March.
Paris L. White.
Lydia L. Moore.
Antonio Scott Jackson.
Dijah Settle.
Derek Collinger.
Jacob Tyler Van Horn.
Stanton Smith.
Tavion Ahmed Minor.
Kyle Patrick Imlay.
David Anthony Stauffer.
Jared Ull.
Ciara Miller.
Jaden DeMay Billingsley.
Scott Andrew Kellogg.
Vincent Jackson Lind.
Chase Henry Eisenhower.
Anthony John Semino.
Dylan Frederick Selak.
Jonathan Thomas Graham.
Nathan Stephen Meeker.
Nate Bilski.
Michael Connor Magan.
Dominic Christopher Farinacci.
Christopher Mario Matola.
Matthew Robert Hallier.
Michael James Foy.
Nathan William Ripple.
John Carlo Patrick DeFlorio.
Reese Douglas Coy.
Matthew John Slowey.
Nicholas John Grandini.
Edward Ryan Camerser.
Jack Sylvester Bunsey.
Thomas Andrew Cummings.
Jacob William Walters.
Matthew Andrew Isaac.
Kamal Adewombi.
Colin Patrick McNamara.
Connor Patrick McCrone.
Oscar Andres Sanchez.
Colton Josioro.
Caitlin Marie Robes.
Malia Rose Zezo.
Ryan Hitchens.
Maria Lynn Howard.
Lindsay Marie Homa.
Samuel Lewis Wilson.
Haley Grace Wilson.
Garrison Dunn.
William Donald Wentz.
Thomas Bedrag Powers.
Nicholas Edward Keurig.
Gavin Moore.
Alexander Michael Schwemmer.
Andrew Charles Willett.
David Stephen Marato.
Daniel Yuri Popov.
Joseph Benjamin Wright.
Elijah Farrell Justice.
Alexandra Kevin Reynolds.
Rhea Fall.
Tevin Antonio Watkins.
Tanner James Stack.
Connor Douglas White.
Dylan Joseph Rains.
Alex Joseph Orr.
Ian J. Eastwood.
Andrew John Simpson.
Dalton John Miller.
Grant Michael Wilson.
Hayden Spencer Shell.
Alex Kendall Mager.
Noah Hatcher.
Agapi Hello.
Natalie Ann Appleton.
Amy Patricia Gasper.
Brianna Mary O'Neill.
Joseph Gregory DiMatteo.
Lauren Thomas.
Connor William Ratcliffe.
Jack Moses.
Anthony Paul Dunn.
Patrick Bauer.
Davis Parker Eckelman.
Evan Patrick Shea.
Ethan Reed French.
Ryan Lewis Fitcher.
Andrew John Stitch.
Bryce Wilson.
Austin Christopher Cade.
Miles Grant Bethay.
Nathan Jeffrey Murray.
Alan Harden.
Brendan Paul McGovern.
Daniel Coyne McFarland.
Nathan Billingsley.
Joseph Roberto Shirachi.
Jake Allen Harry.
Cole Michael Davis.
Bo Wiley Saxon.
Michael Peel.
Cameron Comer.
Brock Hostetter.
Jared Scott Zavanik.
John Andres Hooter.
Lucas Briggs.
Caleb Andella Hall.
Jackson Lee Stevens.
Dylan Thompson.
Alyssa Noel Ferment.
Patrick Anthony Nosen.
Andrew Adam Baverka.
Maxwell Anthony Showalter.
Jake Anthony Medina.
Luke Joseph Fortunato.
Connor Fajak.
Adam Johnson.
Andrew Joseph Berner.
Vihan Karadina.
Sarah Nicole Horan.
Sean C. Smothers.
Abu Bakar Bangura.
Nancy Burkhart.
Noah B. Diddle.
Paige Stora.
Samuel Edward Elgin.
Colin Joseph Axterberg.
Ryan Wilson Siri.
Adam Lee Reinkars.
Ryan Scott Brubaker.
Joseph Patrick Ryan.
Riley Lynn Superduty.
Grace Elizabeth Lindsay.
Andrew Jacob Callista.
Aiden James Walsh.
Michael Robert Bushu.
Joseph Andrew Kacher.
Brady William Neal.
Benjamin Richard Menino.
Samuel Richard Williams.
Christian Amir Morales.
Sebastian Stadelman.
David Hansen.
Nicholas Rosenberg.
Stephen Schneider.
Ryan Patrick O'Leary.
Isabel Carolyn Dodosky.
Bonnie Suzanne Simpkins.
Haley Grace Daniji.
Gretchen Michael Homer.
Macy Catherine Adams.
Claire Elizabeth Faso Andres.
Anna DeSanto.
Good morning. I am Dr. Matthew Shaftel, College of Fine Arts graduates. Yeah, show them how it's done. All right, you are ready to be tomorrow's creative leaders. Faculty, come forward and be prepared to meet your graduates. And graduates, come forward cheering for the future that you will create.
Madison Taylor Stumbow.
Jordan Marie Cherry.
Allison Renee Roush.
Ryan David Hastings.
Ava Rose Fritz.
Cameron Elizabeth Stallworth.
Natalie Rose Walker.
Grace Elizabeth Carley.
Carson Todd Johnson.
Sarah Elizabeth Smoot.
Carolyn McQueen Murphy Wilson.
Milo Cervelli.
Donovan Hale.
Haley Elizabeth Anderson.
Jasmine Renee Hale.
Anna Faith Kinney.
Timothy James O'Toglin.
Kayla C. Collins.
Aliyah Renee Graham.
Ethan Christopher Hess.
Lily Grace Adams.
Justin Coy Lee.
Graham Richard Beaumont.
Michaela Renee Franklin.
Sarah Ann Riley.
Catherine Rose Cope.
Reese Mitchell Henry Carr.
Ella Victoria Manning.
Julia Louise Kuzmich.
Adriana Beatty Holst.
Carolyn Christine Donato.
Megan Christina Kalina.
Aiden Kelly.
Holden Michael Evans.
Lauren Michelle Janoska.
Thomas Jonathan Page.
Robert William Yoho.
Forrest Kalani Hassel.
Hannah Elizabeth Rutkowski.
Colette Suzanne Alfonso.
Monet Bowie Lysett.
Erin Elizabeth Mangan.
Emily Elizabeth Ewish.
Brianna Antonia Crippen.
Caitlin Hope Leeds.
Rebecca Elizabeth Shelley.
Catherine Ann Stewart.
Robert Cameron Smith.
Madeline Henry Hammonds.
Aspen Elizabeth Curie.
Bonnie Claire Hawks.
Aurora J. Asbill.
Emma Rosalinda Lafford Atkins.
Quentin Peter Kurtz.
Beatrice Ann Feldbush.
Austin Vagel.
Oliver Joseph Runyon.
Ruth Evelyn Kennedy.
Angela Joy Battlesori.
Spencer Caputo.
Silas Johnson.
Kylie Leffler.
Emma Louise Grubb.
Evan Camella.
Benjamin Lewis Brunswick.
Olivia Morgan Zolokar.
Desiree Rose Harvey.
Courtney Allie Jane Archibald.
Amanda Kaylee Cole.
Haley Wright.
Emma Ward.
Kirsten Miller.
Eve Danielle Julian.
Pace Michael Warner.
Mark Andrew Borden.
Halia Jade Allen.
Jasper Ian Jones.
Samuel Lewis Diamond.
Taya Beth Kathleen Lackey.
Megan Jane Peary.
Maisie Christek.
Justin Keith Venrick.
Christian Jared Otero.
Reagan Maureen Settle.
Elora Diane Lizarga.
Emily Elizabeth Rogers.
Rachel Hall.
Sydney Renee Andrews.
Marley G. Shute.
Madeline Rose Bertolone.
Lalila Williams.
Sophia Marie Gallion.
Christina Meligaro Lacora.
Megan Taylor Wassoff.
Michaela Klaus.
Emma Rose Prochaska.
Michelle Ann Variso.
Jordan Lynn Jackson.
Lee Peters.
Ania Lenise Fuller.
Nicole Rebecca Peterman.
Abigail Brianna Bowman.
Emily Catherine Bryan.
Emily Ellen Pierce.
Hannah Marie Grubb.
Allison K. Beard.
Lydia Rachel Gare.
Jenna N. Marshall.
Kaylee Hope Rummel.
Joel Panis.
Sophia Rose Antoinette Newman.
Melanie Ann Wall.
Courtney Page Kotick.
Hannah White.
Nicole Nishke.
Daniel Lewis Bolin.
William Allen Davenport.
Wyatt Webster Deely.
Harrison Kenneth Poore.
Eric Alexander Leach.
William Allen Balusik.
Avery Jordan Bamfield.
Zachary Joseph Hines.
David Patrick May Borland.
Madison Brooke Mason.
Julia Stavka.
Audrey Marie Bailey.
Logan Klumpf.
Sebastian Ludwig Justin Petzinger.
Heavenly Ambriz.
Julian Kolfa.
Hello, everyone. My name is Scott Titsworth. I'm Dean of the Scripps College of Communication. I think you all listened to David earlier, right? Faculty in the Scripps College of Communication, please come forward and prepare to greet your graduates. Students in the Scripps College of Communication, please come forward.
William Michael Shepard.
Grace Kennedy Breslin.
Mackenzie Sage Phelan.
Kevin Thomas McIntyre.
Matthew Applegate.
Audrey P. McQuillan.
Carson Brewer.
Robert Michael Compton.
Reese Rian Brockman.
William Patrick Grace. Arthur George Bennington.
William Christopher Bain.
Joseph Cardelloni.
Benjamin Charles Rogerson Farrell.
Evan Michael Gallagher.
Zachary James Talbot.
Nicholas Lee Timpton.
Nathaniel Shane Godfrey.
Lauren Elizabeth Allison.
Jackson Caleb Tate.
Connor Joseph Clark.
Jack Matthew Drager.
Michael Patrick Alloy.
Catherine Sophia Trebani Hogan.
Amy Jo Unkefer.
Devin Avery DeJohn.
Patrick Harrington Daly.
Josie Mariah Donahue.
Kaylee Heather Stewart. Bailey Paige McNairlin.
Charles Watson Knox.
Maya Elizabeth Mead.
Olivia Michael Straussy.
Malin Nicole Kaiser.
Elaine Marie Donamiller.
Roy Elizabeth Ball.
Carolyn Jessie Bissonette.
Grace Victoria Gold.
Alexander Kyle Gilliam.
Aaron Elizabeth Duffy.
Lauren Gander.
Molly McGurn.
Kaylin Lee Adelman.
Mackenzie Miller.
Madison Jolie Mills.
Madison Elizabeth Kiernan.
Jacob Chesnick.
Jada Ashmead.
Nathan Ironman.
Sierra Alexandria Livingway.
Olivia Margolis.
Emily Alice Margolis.
Carrie Elizabeth Loftus.
Isabella Grace Sokol.
Melody Fezel.
Jameson K. Butler.
Jaden Christine Tabor.
Daniel Edward LaFontaine.
Braden Benjamin Bassnett.
Sean McCourt.
Fiona Langstead Hughes.
Emma Walker Young.
Sophia Eloise Hillary.
Julian Gannon.
Melina Catherine Google.
Grace Michaela Borovich.
Logan K. Graves.
Catherine Marie Bannock.
Mark Arvanitas Beatty.
Samuel A. Cooper.
Noble Robert Camp.
Evelyn Claire Fowler.
Daly. Susan Marie Daly.
Louis Charles Hutchinson.
Morgan Griffith.
Kaylee Chapman.
Jensen Jean Necht.
Isaac Thomas Phillips.
Peyton Klein Simchek.
Noah Thomas Bowman.
Maxton Van Brunk.
Jacob Anthony Mata.
Jackson Richard Demler.
Chloe G.
Joseph Daniel Collins.
Taylor Marie Burnett.
Brenna Marie Nye.
Taylor Lee Mondgren.
Alexis Lepoff.
Andre Maurice Norels.
Emma Marie Dollenmayer.
Madison Tony Moore.
Austin Rossi.
Ethan Jeremiah Clark.
Haley Dale.
Matthew David Gebhardt.
Mary Catherine Peters.
Lillian Julianne Brerose.
Amy Elizabeth Smick.
Anna Burke.
Catherine Grace Rhodes.
Amari Grace Gabrielle.
Greta Bridget Cargan.
Gabriel Joseph Antonuccio.
Seth Allen Devine.
Caitlin McCollum.
Macy Wright.
Corey Michael Hayduke.
Caitlin Warner Kruback.
Parker Elaine McClure.
Kate Ellen Anderson.
Hunter Farno.
Sierra Nicole Carmelowitz.
Elizabeth Rose Hattie Graves.
Imani Isabel Estrada.
Tanaya Rhea Stevens.
Odessa Ann Robinson.
Milan Jesslyn Foster.
Maria Lauren Wolf.
Macy Amelia Boyack.
Bryce Spencer Oster.
Bryce Briggs.
Garrett Stephen Davis.
Amy J. Chambers.
Savannah Grace Hagan.
Reagan McKenna Blanton.
Catherine Elizabeth Davidson.
Grace Arnold.
Anthony Robert Murasola.
Kevin Gallagher.
Mitchell Patrick Longo.
Cole Patrick Kovalich.
Noah DeSantis.
Ella Maria Egrazos.
Matthew Dillon Morrissey.
Hope Ann Barton.
Hannah Marie Barton.
Sydney Hosick.
Darren A. Vesely.
Hunter J. Rothgar.
Trevor Collins.
Caleb Hunt.
Justin Michael Franzek.
Anthony John Connors.
Daniel Detweiler.
Christopher Lee Lamp.
Reese David Bruni.
Benjamin Michael Nowick.
Dominic M. Bush.
Parker Maddox.
Gina Mamoni.
Claire Elizabeth Setta.
Natalie Ann Thompson.
Anna Marie Molina.
Emily Virginia Kinzel.
Carolyn Kathleen DiStefano.
Tyler James Lineweiner.
Luke Matthew McCormick.
Sarah Elizabeth Martin.
Isabel Catherine Tershak.
Mackenzie Pina.
Madison Kopp.
Mackenzie Ellen Joseph.
Luke Richard May.
At Adonis Fryer.
Jack Edmund Knudsen.
Sydney Marie Kuharik.
Elizabeth Catherine Daly. Harper John Reese.
Keen Russell Morris.
Alec Michael Servalin.
Anthony William Warner.
Braden Wilson.
Zoe Page Torres.
Elizabeth Deborah Parsh.
Malia White Tingdongan.
Aaron Rose Finan.
Carly Cecilia Reese.
Kathleen Ann Maurer.
Stanley Alfonso Genovic.
Emma Carolyn Skidmore.
Lauren Elizabeth Surgeon.
Aurora Claire Pupple.
Emily Elizabeth Stark.
Emma Rickett.
Emily Claire Sequance.
Caitlin Williams.
Elizabeth Warner.
Jacelyn Hartshorn.
Zachary Carlos Williams.
Michael Dorman Wells.
Jack Christopher Wire.
Casey Dean Rothwell Reese.
Alessandra Lee Ogden.
Adam Dean Mayani.
Adam Nicholas Vince.
John David Spira.
Ethan Thomas Spanja.
Alexander Theoden Eldon Rodehaver.
Gabrielle Page Coker.
Erica Trapasso.
Isabella Marie Puino.
Avery Elizabeth Ovens.
Ella Frances Umbarger.
Sarah Ann Haupt.
Corin Gail Switzer.
Gabriel Seth Berline.
Corey Wyatt Toe.
Sydney Elizabeth Britton.
Trevor James Brighton.
Jack Price.
Louis John Stetz.
Evan Favid McFadden.
Francesca Rose Rawson.
Joe William Oakes.
Key Thompson Robertson.
Douglas Roy Spears.
Riker Thomas.
Rory Lee Twyman. Drew Alexander Fulmer.
Dustin Emmons.
Emily Ann Allen.
Avery Lynn Waffen.
Rachel Rector.
Grace Sublet. Avery Michelle Allison.
Ryan Zink.
John Charles Stites.
Amjad Akhtorsi.
Ashley Ann Bublanek.
Anne Elizabeth Spies.
Natalie Ann Isaacs.
Mary Catherine DeWeese.
Ann Baker.
Derek Daniel Zemper.
Sam Joseph Warren.
Leslie Ostronic.
Tanner Jack Pearson.
Joseph Moore Timmerman.
Isabella Rose Hulsman.
Ellie Renee Habel.
Patricia Rose Porter.
Ryan Joseph Grzybowski.
Jesse Matthew Gerald Grapes.
Carrie M. B. Legg.
Olivia Sue Spragey.
Brandon Michael Sand.
Olivia Dulce Dwenger.
Madison Taylor Bryant.
Maya Catherine Marita.
Trevor Spencer.
Kayla Ruth Bennett.
Zoe Taylor Lambert.
Dorian Nicole Gray.
Adriana Angel Marie Wild.
Isabella Mary Keller.
Abigail Grace Neff.
Malaya Ames. Michaela Ames.
Lauren Elizabeth Patterson.
Carolyn Zellini.
And now, best for last. My name is Majmi Mirani, and I'm proud to now present to you these outstanding graduates of the Fritz J. and Dolores H. Ross College of Engineering and Technology. Ross College graduates, please come forward.
Norman Lee.
Aaron Todd Bundy.
Richard Remington Fordyce.
Evan Jeffrey McKnight.
Connor David Petty.
Adi Sui.
Catherine Delia Gothberg.
Daniel Edward Cobb.
Devin Michael Holt.
Devin Tyler Macy.
Elias Daniel Singler.
Andrew Joseph Edmonds.
Jackson Bradley Lightley.
Adam Cole Paris.
Dominic F. Bedatendi.
Carson Tyler McGinnis.
Brady Richard Corbett Taylor.
Jacob Grimes.
Aiden Quinn Dowers.
David Vernon Douglas.
Nicholas Charles Hawas.
Justin Alexander Swavely.
Alexander James Francis.
Samuel Paul Winkler.
Echo Batwe Ampa.
Braden Kenneth Smith.
Colton Passaral.
Matthew Brody Newell.
William McGuire Bauer.
Cole Reynolds.
Jacob Alec Gregan.
Adam Krebs.
Zach Hauk.
Mary Grace Schaefer.
Alec Elston.
Lucas Wu.
Maria Nicole Dodaro.
Benjamin Birch.
Christopher J. Aponte.
Attic Malinchek.
Clay Marion Miller.
John Edward Delicio.
Charles Joseph Nunez.
Michael John Hogrel.
Lydia Epiphany Belinsky.
Dominic Rippenhoff.
Zachary James Hosley.
Michael Douglas Anderson.
Richard Allen Danilo.
Hagen M. Childers.
Emily Marie McCarty.
Sophia Marie Almazana.
Zisheng Zhao.
Jacob Tyler Lloyd.
Stephen Shug.
Matthew Michael Smyrtle.
Mia Anise Yakovlevich.
Nicole Karlovich.
Tina Mosley.
Jacob W. Clift.
Chase Harley Motter.
Lawrence Elwood Wright III.
Ashley Renee Hagenbarth.
Marshall Lloyd Hatch.
Gabriel Matthew Havis.
Alexander Michael Miller.
Morgan Lee McManus.
Max Carabinas.
Daniel Joseph Mestamaker.
Blake Maxwell Rossi.
Jared L. Knight.
Nicholas Montgomery Paolo.
Cameron Linsky.
Jacob Thomas Bryce.
Garrett Allen.
Alexander Lee Mellick.
Melina Vanessa Bumba David.
Anna Rose Becker.
Colin Patrick Taggart.
Allie Burley.
Haley Ann Mullen.
Matthew Jacob Spees.
Hannah Lynn Mullen.
Brianna Danielle Coburn.
Hannah Marie Bichkowski.
Brad Barworth.
Lucas Nagel.
Jessica Marie Berger.
Tyler Meeker.
Dana Lemke.
Anna Kunzel.
Chelsea Elena Coy.
Bryn Elizabeth Carnes.
Austin William Coffey.
Michael Felix Jusek.
Taylor Ann Thole.
Michael Joseph Gilbert.
Jacob Earl Cole.
Akwisi Ene Glamtia.
Matthew Hartwig.
Caitlin Marie Westerman.
Samantha Ian Scarfo.
Antonio Brandon Scarfo.
Alexander Templeton.
Roy Frimpong.
Vanesh Pagazati.
Peter Thomas Trigakis.
Justin Lewis 80.
Garrett Clay Bethel.
Samuel Frederick Slider.
Suzanne Hazem Abdeloder.
Julia Jean Seigan.
Tyra Chantel Huxley.
Sophia Eileen Brown.
Aaliyah Marie Davis.
Sensu Howard.
Matthew George McColland.
Bryce William Rohr.
Austin Taylor Nutter.
Dakota Michael Taylor.
Natalie Soltis.
Alexandra Williams.
Justin Lee Geary.
Daniel Masami Nagura.
Ethan Leo Flynn. Liam Allen Speakman.
Ryan Patrick Kilkenny.
Alexander Joseph Nemesic.
Kane David Louderbeck.
Lucas Jared Advent.
Alec Way.
Kaylee Allen.
Bailey Arlene Price.
Christian Jesus Velaquez.
Sean Harrison Antle.
Jonathan Patrick Weimer.
Jason Kenneth Davis.
Oliver Spencer Peters.
Jeremiah Fain Dolan.
Jacob Michael Naspinski.
Eric A. Kennedy.
Shane Lee Drew.
Jacob Thomas Flamini.
Benjamin Barnott.
Garrett Stephen Nemitz.
Patrick Alexander Urban.
Ashley Ann Smith.
Trevor Austin Ashworth.
William Dean White.
William Cole Vasilev.
Jude Vincent Roble.
Bradford Michael Lowers.
Trevor Dale Ferris.
Kyle Matthew Willis.
Hugh Kearns Dillon.
Anthony Leo Dade.
Andrew James Dragonoff.
Ian Thomas Switzer.
Derek Eugene Burton Jr.
Marcus Ethan Pettiford.
Brian Christopher Mackey Jr.
Gregory Michael Shaw.
Scott Edward Downward.
Michael Anthony Tonkovich.
Michael Adrian Lopez.
Grace Sifferlin Baranek.
Jonathan James McLean. Becky Hassan.
Brandon Alexander Harris.
Jared Allen Sarche.
Jason Conrad Sommer.
Cassidy Serger.
Autumn Kerr.
Fatima Alzara Ali Desauki.
Scott Matthew Hayes.
Luke Joseph Vanist.
Ryan Peyton Ray McKinney.
Elijah Vaughn Couchman.
Eric Daniel Anderson.
Nicholas Ritzo Namboski.
Joshua Menzik.
John Frank Gilbert.
Daniel Chase Buchanan.
Nathan Allen Bennett.
Spencer David Dasher.
Emily Rose Brenner.
Jeanette Kara Miller.
Hannah Olivia Payne.
Ethan Robert Clark.
James Isaac Pennington.
Colby Andrew Sleek.
Richard Dale DeFalla.
Chase DeWeese. Nicholas Alexander Ondor. Tyler Anthony Hickson. David Aguirre Martinez.
Tomas Miguel Sanchez.
Kurt Wiemet.
Nicholas Andrew Bachman.
Max Harvey Shoemaker.
Taylor Miller.
Evan Michael Swingle.
Colin James Russell.
Akatab Ali Marabek Al Rashidi.
Al Hussein Ali Hamed.